Jim Brogan. I was born here. I've been here all my life. I have 2 degrees from the University of Tennessee. So we do wealth management and retirement planning. So what does that really mean? Anything in your life that could impact your finances, whether it's investing money, whether it's how to structure income, if we can optimize our taxes, so we serve people. And that's part of our mission statement. We serve people.
Well, good morning. How's it going, everybody? It is now 6:01. I was trying to get the broadcast going on the app itself. That's not going to happen this morning. C'est la vie. We are here with you on Facebook and YouTube and Roku TV and what all the other things, but not on Roku TV. Actually, we're going to be able to take over the app or Roku. So enjoy the morning on Facebook here this morning, I suppose. Good morning, Julie. How are you? Happy Hump Day. So we got to get all this stuff taken care of. I was trying to fiddle with my channel in the background. We got to get the right advertisement up there. Jim Brogan is a fantastic dude himself. Great company. So we got to get that up there and running for you here this morning. There we go. Got the camel. Got Jim Brogan. You know, have you ever had one of those mornings where you're just ahead of schedule and you're like, oh, this is great. I've got all the time in the world. And then, like, I call my kid a lollygagger. You start lollygagging around. Next thing you know, you're like, nothing's working, and I'm not ready for the show. All right, so grab yourself a cup of coffee, or rather this morning, I made some iced tea yesterday evening. Told my wife, I was like, I really want some iced tea. And typically, I don't drink a lot of iced tea due to the fact that, like, it's super sweet tea. And when I make sweet tea, I usually add a lot of sugar to it because that's all I've ever known. But I didn't. Zero sugar in here. The ice is melted, but man, I'll tell you what, it is tasty. A nice little change of pace from the coffee that I drink every single day. All right, like I said, nothing seems to be working this morning. All right, let's get this back on camera. There we go. That's a live look there in downtown Anderson County, downtown Clinton, in Anderson County, I should say. Happy Hump Day. Got Brian, Eva, Katrina. Janie's joining us this morning. Good morning to you, Katrina. Says, Hump Day, Ed, please. We will get there, my friend. We will get there. Good morning, Andrea. How are you this morning? All right, so let's see here. And I'll be talking about some Witcher's Adventures coming up and see if she shows up on the chat this morning. We'll see. We'll see. I'll tell you more about that coming up here in just a few minutes. Let's take you to the maps. Yesterday, we made it to 90 degrees, 87 Crossville, 92 Chattanooga, 87 in Tri-Cities. I was forecasting 92 yesterday with an arrow down, meaning I was trending downward from what we were talking about just the previous day, where I had 93. And so sometimes you just got to trend upwards and downwards, and that's going to be the story here as we wrap up this week and head into the upcoming weekend. Looks like our little ridge of high pressure is going to dominate our weather pattern, and so that's going to bring us minimal chances for rain as we get into the upcoming weekend as well. So I'll explain all those details. Really a pretty relatively benign forecast is ahead of us here. So at the surface, we've got basically our Bermuda high, our Azores high that's extending into the Tennessee Valley and parts of the Ohio Valley. So that's at the surface. Up in the upper parts of the atmosphere, we've got a ridge building as well. So this is water vapor. There's a couple things I can show you with this map. Well, a yawn almost creeped in on me. That would have been awful. So a couple things I can show you on this map. Well, I'll expand the view just a little bit. So our ridge of high pressure is up and over into Chicago. A little low pressure in the mid-levels of the atmosphere moving its way through Oklahoma City. You can see the swirls in the atmosphere. But our ridge of high pressure is just anchored right over East Tennessee. Underneath that ridge, notice that we do have a little bit of moisture kind of creeping in from... So we have a little bit of moisture creeping on into the area, but we also have some brown starting to show up here this morning. So some slightly drier air. So most of that moisture is a little bit further to our west over into Nashville. So water vapor can tell you a whole lot. It can show you troughs and ridges, moisture, dry air. But then we look at the mid-levels of the atmosphere and kind of look at, okay, what are our disturbances in the atmosphere? Do we have anything? And the answer is really no. So not a lot of disturbance activity going on for at least the day today. in the next several days. So that's going to really translate into, well, minimal chances for a whole lot of rainfall, to be honest with you. Not going to see a whole lot of rainfall. Good morning, Miranda. How are you this morning? I don't miss old Ed Rupp, did I? No, you didn't. You did not, my friend. Good morning, Joanne. How are you this morning? All right, so from noon to 3, maybe a couple of showers and thunderstorms. Listen, if you're joining us from Cott County all the way down to, say, Polk County, you have a chance for maybe a couple of showers and thunderstorms. If you're going to be at the National Park, if you're going to be up into the mountains of Blount and Sevier County, keep in mind that's going to be our best location for seeing storms. Now, with that said, do we get an outflow boundary, a little tiny mini cold front that kind of kicks on out and develops a shower or thunderstorm in the valley? Yeah, maybe. And you can see our model forecast is picking up on most of the activity across the mountains, but even over towards, say, Loudoun and Roane County, and say down towards southern McMinn and Bradley County, a couple of showers may be possible as well. Again, this is just model guidance. It just gives us an idea, but minimal at best. Minimal at best throughout the day today. I've got about a 20% chance for a couple of showers and thunderstorms. Temperatures this morning, it's warm, it's muggy. It will still smack you in the face here this morning. And we're going to be back at the upper 80s as we get into the lunchtime hour. Then as we get into the afternoon, temperatures are going to climb into the low 90s. Heat index values back close to 100 degrees. And so it's still going to be on the hot side for sure. Good morning, Julie. How are you this morning? We have a little brown showing up this morning. Did I say that? We have a little brown showing up this morning. You got me in quotes there, Carcane. I don't know. Sometimes the words that come out of my mouth. Do you hear the words coming out of my mouth? Name the movie. Go. Anyway, 89 by 6 should be relatively dry for the evening rush hour, kind of like it was last night. Not a lot of rain is in the forecast. We're going to keep it minimal at best for the next couple of days. Remember, I start low and I'll tailor up as I need to. I talk about that a lot. I'm glad I did because just a few days ago, I don't even have all my forecast sheets here. Just a few days ago, okay, let me prove a point here for a second because I really try to stress it. And I'm not dogging, like the model data's there per se, but how do I say this with the best intentions? When you look at your national weather apps, okay, you would have noticed on Tuesday of this week, so today's Wednesday, no, this would have been, anyways, that the model got that the national apps were probably going 60 to 80% chance of rain Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It ain't gonna happen. Does not look like that's gonna happen. Sure, we have a ridge breaking down a little bit, but the point of the story is I start low and I tailor up accordingly. So you always got to check back in, especially on those important weekend forecasts, to make sure everything's playing out. And I'm glad I didn't go jump in at a whopping 70, 80% because I'm going to hang strong with a 30 to 40% chance of rain here for the weekend. All right, this is clear as mud. All right. Good morning. Let's see, rush hour. There we go. There we go. Good job, guys. Nikki got it too. Oh, good, solid. Not hear the words coming out of my mouth. All right, here we go. Forecast rainfall. This also paints that story of that ridge of high pressure. I took us all the way through Sunday, by the way. And so you expand the view, you can see that around that ridge of high pressure, we're going to continue to see those dominating weather patterns setting up shop. So we're just not going to get a whole lot of moisture from now through, say, Sunday. When you look at your 7-day forecast, 20 to 30, 40% chance of rain, taking it down to about a 20 next Monday, Tuesday. Highs are going to be in the 90s. Lows are going to be in the 70s. Boy, that sunrise is gorgeous. Is that not just a gorgeous sunrise this morning? What's up, Adam? How are you this morning? Good morning, Jenny. Good morning from Townsend. My wife's going to be in Townsend this weekend. Got a girls' trip. A birthday girls' trip. Men are not invited. Well, this old man's not invited. All right, when you look at your heat index and dew points for a second, we'll just jump into that. Dew points do fall a little bit throughout the day tomorrow. And then dew points come right back up. Heat index values. Weather Service talking about the possibility of heat index values getting close. I must not have slept good last night. I keep trying to yawn. Sunday and next Tuesday, heat index values could be pushing 105 degrees. So basically, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, temperatures are trending a little bit hotter. So I've got some arrows pointing up saying, hey, okay, looks like we're going to be trending maybe a little bit hotter. When you look at your Climate Prediction Center's forecast over the next 6 to 10 days, that's a 6 to 10 day outlook. And then, of course, we've got your 8 to 14 day outlook. I'll change those. That's not right. But maybe some pocket of cooler air. This changes constantly. I don't even know why I show this to you sometimes because it does change almost every day. And you're like, well, you only bumped it up a whole day. Does it really need to change? Anyways, again, isn't that a gorgeous sunrise taking shape? It's beautiful. Let's get another one on there. And then it's time for our good friend. There we go. Let's just take that. Ready? There we go. I'm sorry. Clinton's hands down a better sunrise this morning. We're going to go back to that. But, you know what day today is. It's Hump Day, my friends. Let's say good morning to Ed, shall we?
Wait for him. Wait for him. Bam! Now we slide all the way downhill to the weekend. The kids can get ready for school, and Debbie can take her shower.
Debbie can take her shower. There we go. Now it's a Wednesday. Now it's a hump day. And now you can go about your day. So now we move right along and talk about those national holidays, shall we? All right. We only have a couple to talk about this morning, so strap in and grab your cup of coffee. Let me get a sip of some iced tea here this morning. So, of course, we're celebrating birthdays and events. Any birthdays out there? We are just 5 days away from my wife's birthday. Counting down. 5 days away. Holding 29 and holding strong. Nice, Debbie. Debbie done did. I like it. Good morning, Ed, says Debbie. Oh, my gosh. All right. So if you don't know this about me, I do talk a lot about, who I am as a person when we talk about these national holidays. But if you don't know this about me, one of my favorite flavors and smells in the entire world is lemon. I absolutely love the fresh smell of lemon. Whether it be fresh lemon, whether it be lemon scented stuff, I like lemon candies. But I just think it's got a nice fresh smell to it. I like lemonade, fresh homemade lemonade, of course. But I think it's just the fresh smell of lemons is just like one of my favorite things in the world. Like a lemon candle, lemon soap, lemon shampoo, lemon it all. That's what I like. Hey, by the way, any grandmas out there? Because today's for you. It is Gorgeous Grandma Day. And to all of you gorgeous grandmas, and that does include my mom as well, who is a grandma to my kids, and my mother-in-law, Barb and Judy, gorgeous grandmas in and amongst themselves. But if you're a gorgeous grandma and you think you're a gorgeous grandma, upload a photo to Witcher's picture. See if we can't get that on before the show's over, because it is already 6:15. We're already on national holidays. The show's going to end up there early today. Maybe. Ooh, there we go. Lemon blossoms smell amazing. You are a grandma. And a gorgeous one at that, Cheryl. And a gorgeous one there at that. So a big shout out to all the gorgeous grandmas in East Tennessee. I love it. And I love seeing some fab grandmas. I saw one yesterday who was more in style than I am. Like literally following the trends. And it's National Vanilla Ice Cream Day. Now, I do love me some vanilla ice cream, but I would rather put some cinnamon in that vanilla ice cream and make it cinnamon ice cream. Do you like vanilla ice cream? Those are your national holidays here this morning. Let's take it back outside. I'm just going to keep showing you this camera because it is amazing. You don't even hear the sound effects, do you? Yeah, you do. I wasn't sure if you heard the sound effects or not. I don't know if you did. I think it was muted. Oh, there you go. You're welcome, Cheryl. You had some awesome fresh lemon candles by DW Home. Great. They make some of the best. Ooh, I need some of those. I need me some of those. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. All right, so I'm pulling a blank this morning. For some reason, I'm having a little bit of a I won't say it on TV, but a brain, you know what. So I can't remember her name. She says she joins on the platform. I've been trying to see if she's on here. I told her to give me a big shout out this morning, and I have not seen it on here yet. I forget her name. I'm so sorry I forgot your name. I tried to write it down as soon as we left, and then I was like, boom. The kids called, and I've lost it. But either way, so my wife and I had the good old opportunity yesterday to go to the awesome DMV, Department of Motor Vehicles, right? Why? Well, to get our real license or our real ID. Our licenses were expiring anyways, and we needed the real ID. Man, I tell you what, that is a stressful process trying to get everything ready for your real ID and to get everything ready to go. You're like, okay, do I have all this? Okay, so I think this is okay. Get there, and I was like, it's just, I don't know. My wife and I were like, being at the DMV is like getting pulled over. I feel like it's just the stress factor goes way up for some odd reason. And I don't know why. But the DMV I go to, they are the most amazing people in the world. The woman at the front, the security guard, she is amazing. She got me a big gold glass of water. We were high-fiving and telling jokes. She was amazing. And she's always great. And then we got called up, and the lady recognized, and she goes, hey, I watch you every single morning. And I was like, you do? I was like, yay, that's awesome. Yeah. She watches on Facebook. And I asked her, I said, this is why I always say this. This is 100% why I stress it. So for those of you that get annoyed with me talking about, hey, by the way, download the app. Hey, listen, if you're on Facebook, download the app. Scan the QR code. Go to your app store and search East Tennessee weather. I say this all the time because I was like, do you have my app? She goes, I don't have your app. I said, well, let me get my QR code and you can scan it and download the app right now. She did. So, all right. I don't know if I've not seen her on here, but that is my story about the DMV. But so we had to go to one DMV to get the real ID. Not knowing that the other DMV that we had to go to get our car tags, because our car tags were were expired. Little stickers that go on your car. So we had to go to the other one for that, not realizing that second one that we went to does all of it. Either way, I've got my real ID, and my car is now officially legal. It's legal. I can drive again. Hey, by the way, if you missed Ed Rupp, I'll debut him before we go off to the 24-hour weather. Well, no, we're going to shut things down because remember, it's not running right now on some things. Anyways, so if you missed Ed Rupp, it's coming up here in just a moment. Listen, I hope you have a great day. Enjoy the sunshine. If you're going to be out and about, the UV index is going to be on the high side. We're talking about an 11. Minimal chances for showers and thunderstorms throughout the day today, but we do have a chance for a couple pop-up storms, and we saw that yesterday, and that's really going to be the story here over the next several days as well. I appreciate you joining me every single day, especially on this good old Wednesday hump day, Ed Rupp Camel Day. Can't go wrong with that. Have a great day. Be safe. Be kind to each other. Life is short. And here again is our good friend, Ed Rupp. See you tomorrow.
Wait for him. Wait for him. Bam! Now we slide all the way downhill to the weekend. The kids can get ready for school, and Debbie can take her shower.